So talk to me about just when we're looking at teacher salaries, why we see kind of a difference with teacher leader versus the average teacher, and where that comes from.
Well, one of the reasons why teacher leadership, the people that are in those positions might receive a higher compensation is because just for the fact that to be in those positions, you have to have some experience. I mean, there's some requirements there. So right there, you eliminate some of the beginning teachers that are lower on the pay scale, and most of our teachers that are in a leadership position have quite a few years experience, and that's because they have the experience to lead in those areas. So that would be one way. Another way is that they're expected to work more, put more time in. All of our teacher leaders to some point have some additional duties that require them to work more days than a regular teacher would. It also requires them to work beyond their work day a little bit more. And so they receive some compensation and some stipends for that. So the reality is that even though they're paid on the same type of scale for the basic teacher positions, we're adding work to their table, and so we're compensating them for that type, as well as the fact that teachers in leadership roles are going to be our more experienced teachers.
Awesome. And talk to me about just sort of what having those teacher leaders, what that kind of brings or what that adds to a district.
Well, I think having teachers in leadership roles is actually an outstanding, phenomenal thing. I think that, our teachers are the ones that are, in those classrooms day in and day out. They're teaching. Our teachers are the ones who understand and know the content. And so getting them into positions where they're helping other teachers, they're leading other teachers, they're providing professional development in the areas that they have that expertise is way more beneficial than the old ways of bringing in outside people or having administrators, take on the brunt of leading professional development and those things. We're actually able to get teachers who are actually doing this day in and day out, leading that. And I think anytime you can build leadership capacity in people, you are accomplishing a lot as an institution or an organization. I believe that's the number one purpose of being a leader, is that you're empowering others to lead, and this is creating that environment in which leaders are leading others, and I think it has done nothing but improve our ability to increase the instructional practices in our district for all the way from the early years to our high school years.